Hello, everybody. I'm Kiersten from Lambie's Nursery, and the lighting in here on YouTube looks a little bit weird, but on TikTok it looks great. So give me just 1 second while I set this up. I'm gonna set this doll here so you guys can look at them, but I'm going live on YouTube and TikTok to answer all of y'all's questions you might have. Let me go ahead and set this up. Okay, that might be as good as I can manage to get it over on YouTube. But hello, everybody. I'm Kiersten from Lambie's Nursery. This is Kinsley, and this is Remy. So glad to see you guys. I've missed you so much. I've been feeling so unwell for this past week, so I'm really happy to get on here. But let me go ahead and grab my book. A few weeks ago, I had you guys over on, I don't even remember where I posted it, but I had you guys ask me a bunch of questions and I wrote them down so we could answer them. And then please feel free to ask your questions over on TikTok or YouTube, and I will answer them as I see them. But sometimes I am slow, so ask them multiple times if I don't see them or whatever. I'll do my best. Anyways, so the first question I wrote down was, this person said, I just started YouTube. What's your biggest tip? So, my biggest tip for YouTube is just have fun. Don't worry so much about what other people think or like your follower count or how many views. Just have fun with it. That's honestly all I was doing when I was starting out, was just having fun and learning, and I got so much out of it. I was able to have that creative outlet, and that was absolutely amazing, and then it turned into having so many friends with you guys, which I love so much. Yeah, just have fun and the friends will follow. Um, Faith on YouTube said, I just got my first reborn, and can anyone recommend good diapers for reborns? Congratulations on getting your first reborn. That's absolutely amazing and so special. That always feels so good for diapers. I definitely prefer cloth diapers. I think they're so pretty. And for reborns, they don't actually go potty. So it works out really good. And there's so many different, like, they're cloth diapers. So any cloth you can imagine, you can find it in diapers. And that's really cool. I usually go over on Etsy for my cloth diapers. And Faith had a follow up question of how can you make fake dirty diapers? So for that, I usually do use disposable diapers when it comes to making a dirty diaper. And I use whatever weird random thing I have in the pantry or fridge. Last time I think I used salsa verde. And that looks the most realistic. It was so gross. um, yeah, salsa verde actually worked really well. And we've also used barbecue sauce and chocolate pudding. um, Let's see if there's anything over on TikTok. Not that I can see real quick. Barry over on TikTok says, this is literally my worst nightmare. Well, actually, I was going to say congratulations. It's Halloween, but it is not Halloween anymore. So I am so sorry. I hope you can find content you absolutely love and enjoy. Bye, Barry. Another question I have written down is, between the Babysit Me box and Reborn Life box, which do you prefer and why? Does the Reborn Life box work with the magnet? So over on YouTube, I reviewed the Babysit Me box and the Reborn Life box. I have both reviews up on YouTube. You guys can check them out if you want more information. But basically, both boxes take these reborn dolls and make them make realistic sounds and make it easier for you to interact with. Not easier to interact with, but like make it more realistic. So both have their value and both are really cool. The Babysit Me box is more affordable. The Reborn Life box was Oh gosh, I forget right now if it was 200 or $300. I think it was $200, but you had to do surgery inside the doll and then glue the sensor inside. It was a lot of work, whereas the Babysit Me box is not as much work and you don't have to do surgery if you don't want to. So both have their value. And does the reborn work, excuse me, does the reborn life work with the magnet? I don't think it would work with the magnet. So you're not going to be able to have a doll hold a magnetic pacifier in its mouth while the sensor is working, if that makes sense. I don't think they work together. And then, oh my goodness, there's so much going on YouTube. Fan of ASMR says, "Hello, I'm getting my very first reborn doll. Got any ideas to keep away my cats? I have four. I have three huskies. I absolutely understand all the fur and wanting to try to keep it away from the dolls. I have an area where I keep the dolls that are away from the dogs, but when I want to have the dolls in an area where the dogs are, I'll keep the dolls either in like a wicker basket or have little, I'll wrap them in a blanket maybe. I just I do my best. I also train my dogs not to touch the dolls, not to bother them. I don't have cats. I'm allergic to cats, so I don't know, but I don't know if you can train a cat. Maybe train them. I don't know. Good luck with that. I'm so sorry I don't actually have more advice. And Faith says, "Can anyone help me with some stuff for my reborn?" I recommend my favorite thing to do is go to like used stores like Once Upon a Child or other thrift stores and just look around. They always have new stuff and you never know what you're going to find. I always find some really cool and fun stuff. Um, and then Fan of ASMR says, "Will you put the Babysit Me app on newer phones too?" So I'm actually not the owner of the Babysit Me app. It's made by my friend Shell Bells. She's really cool and awesome. I am not smart enough to know how to create an app. She is way cool. So you can go over to her channel and ask her. But I think it is available on newer phones. I have a newer phone and it works just fine. Um, My husband, Ethan, over on YouTube asked, "Since you were sick the last few days, did your dolls get sick too?" No, they didn't get sick too, but I have them dressed in their jammies like they were sick. I was just thinking today, I did a video, I think it was back in 2020 when I was sick, and I did it with one of my dolls where we were pretending she was sick too, and that video was super fun. That was a lot of fun, and you guys liked it too. That's one of my bigger videos on YouTube. And I guess I should have done that, but I did not have enough energy to try to film. Um, my roommate, who's downstairs, says you could just shave the huskies and then there's no fur. I'm not shaving my huskies, but thanks for the suggestion. And Taylor Dawkins over on TikTok says, "Oh, I love your reborn dolls. I always want one so bad. I hope you're able to get your doll. I hope you're able to get your dream doll one day." Oh, I'm turning everything on TikTok. Sorry about that, guys. Um, Barry says, "I have a crippling fear of dolls." I'm so sorry about that, Barry. I don't think I'm the channel for you. I hope you find content you enjoy soon. Um, and then I think your name is Atiana says, "I watched you since a year ago." Thank you so much. That's so sweet. I really, really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Over on my book of questions, the next question is, what was the hardest baby to make? So, oops, Kinsley, we're falling over. I've been making reborn dolls for the past few months. Actually, I've taken a pause for the past few months, let's be honest. Um, but I want to get back into it. It's probably a kind of a weird story on why I stopped, but I want to get back into it. The hardest doll to paint, though, was probably the first one because there was so much to learn, and then I was so anxious about screwing everything up, and there was a big learning curve. But once I did that first one and I saw I can do this, then it got a lot easier to do some others. So I'm going to set Remy down for a second, and right next to Remy, I have the latest doll I painted. Oh gosh. This, I painted her a few months ago. This is, oh, sorry about that TikTok here. You guys can see her too. This is Susie by Cassie Braze. She wears 3-month size clothing and she's super limited edition. There were only 500 of her made. And I painted her and I've been thinking about selling her. I posted her for sale on my Instagram story. I don't know if anybody will want her, but she was so much fun to paint and I love her. The lighting over on YouTube is so weird right now, and I think I just figured out why. It looks like we have a storm rolling in. So sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna go set her right back there. And I named her Lilia because I was gonna keep her, but I'm going to a doll show soon, next month, and I was thinking maybe I want a little bit of money, a little bit of spending money just in case I see something I love. Over on YouTube, Diane says, I love your videos. Do you get your reborn dolls on Etsy? That's where I get reborns. That's incredible. I love Etsy. I know I've gotten a couple of my reborns on Etsy, especially when I first started. And there are so many reborns. I'm always looking on Etsy for reborns, but lately I've been getting them from Pumpkin Sparkles Babies, or I got Remy from a friend. So lately, when I get a doll, I feel like it's from a friend, but maybe I'll get a new doll from Etsy soon, one day. And I can't see her name over on TikTok, but she said, I started collecting reborn dolls because of you. Aww, thank you. That's so sweet. Congratulations. And someone says, I'll just give you a real baby. No thanks. I'm good with dolls. They don't poop, they don't cry, they don't throw up. And if I'm tired of hanging out with the doll, I can stuff it in a closet. That works pretty well for me. I'm not quite ready for a real baby yet. Okay, so let's go look at some of the other questions I have in my book. How old were you when you got your first doll? They didn't specify what kind of doll, so I've had dolls since I was really little. We have a picture of me when I was like a year old holding a cloth baby doll. The first doll I really, really remember getting was a baby born doll, and I was probably 7 years old. And then I got my first American Girl doll the next year when I was 8. But I started re-getting into dolls when I turned 20, and I think I was 22 or 23 when I got my first reborn doll. Um, Atiana says, my favorite reborn of yours is the doll that you gave a bath and took a picnic. IDK her name. Oh, that was so fun. Yeah. I think you're talking about Autumn. And Mateo says this person doesn't like reborns and I'm biting them because I'm sad. Can you say I support Jenna? Everybody is entitled to all of their opinions. They're allowed to not like reborns. It's totally okay. We can all like things and we can all not like things. But thank you, Jenna, for supporting me. It's really sweet of you. Cariana says, Cariana says, where do you get your reborns? So my friend Chelsea, who has she's sorry, she's the artist of pumpkinsparklesbabies.com. I get most of my dolls from her, and she's really incredible. But Remy, I got her from a friend, another collector friend. Lately, I've just been getting a lot of dolls from friends, but I also get a lot of dolls from Ashton Drake Galleries, Paradise Galleries, and I've started learning how to paint, so that's big. Maddie says, say hi to Andrew. Hi, Andrew. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. And Daniela says, what's your favorite color? Mint green. I really like mint green. Diane Sewell said, did you ever have the water baby when you were younger? I didn't. We didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up. Either that or maybe they weren't in stores. I don't really remember water babies, but I did get one and review one 2018, I want to say, and she was a lot of fun, but I lived in Hawaii back then and she got moldy, so I'm just gonna say it, she went to a landfill. Unfortunately, I could not get that mold out. Aw, Spider says you seem like such a kind and sweet person. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. That is so kind of you to say. Thank you. Um, Over here in my book, someone asked, why did you stop making baby alive videos? I did not mean to. I feel like every week I'm like, I want to make this baby alive video. I want to make this baby born video. I want to do this. I want to do that. I have so many ideas running through my head all the time of videos I want to make here on TikTok and on YouTube. It's just finding the energy and the time and drive to do it. So I definitely didn't mean to stop. I have a really big reborn toddler, and she has her own baby alive doll with a baby stroller for her. And one of these days, we're gonna make a video of that, and I cannot wait. Um, but I'm sorry, guys. I always have so many ideas that I want to do, and I don't know, life happens. Like this week, I got super sick, and then all my drive to do all these millions of ideas I had just got flushed down the toilet. Um, Faith asked, can you show some of the diapers you have for your reborns? Not right now, because I don't have them readily available. And my husband says, remember to take the trash out tonight. Thanks, Ethan. I'll try to remember. And Diane Sewell says, do you like the kits from Bonnie Brown? I love Bonnie Brown's kits. They are so gorgeous. I think I have a lot of them. Bonnie Brown is everybody who's super into reborns knows Bonnie Brown makes absolutely incredible kits. She is amazing. Stefan says, can you sing some Adele for me? No, thank you. I'm just getting over being really sick with the flu. I don't think I have it in me to sing. Even this is a lot right now, but thank you. Um, Over on my book, one of the questions I have they asked, is role play your favorite thing to do with the dolls? And I had to think about that because I don't know. Really love role play. I think it's a lot of fun. And I think filming is a lot of fun. And filming role play is my favorite thing to do when it comes to YouTube and TikTok. But when it's just me and there's no cameras around, I think my favorite thing to do with the dolls is dress them in cute outfits and pose them so they look real. I really like that, and I really like just holding them and chilling out with them. Because for me, I have anxiety and some other mental health issues going on, and these dolls are weighted like a real baby. So holding them and all that weight, it feels like holding a weighted blanket or a weighted stuffed animal, and it just something about weighted things has absolute magic. And well, I don't know what that sound was. Anyways, I really like the weighted. Um, JJ's Doll World says, I'm currently reborn expecting a baby boy. He's the Rowan Kit by Laura Tizio Ross. Oh my goodness, congratulations. That's absolutely amazing. And you should definitely send pictures over on Instagram. I can't wait to see. Congrats. And Diane says, I have anxiety too. The dolls help me so much. I also love Cabbage Patch dolls. Oh, Cabbage Patch dolls are so cute. My aunt has a few. I think my aunt has all the ones from my mom and her siblings growing up, and she collects them and keeps them on her bed still. I think that's really sweet. Kate asks, why do you have a fake baby? I just like dolls. I'm a doll collector, and I have all sorts of dolls. But baby dolls have always been just that thing that are like, I like that. I don't know. Some people like video games, some people like collecting pop figures. People like all kinds of things, you know? Over in my book of questions, somebody asks, how many reborns do you have? Oh gosh, I know I counted recently, and like out of all the dolls I have that look like babies, so I'm not even counting reborns, just dolls that kind of resemble a baby. I think it's 42. But I'm also trying to sell so many of them because I'm trying to downsize, but the economy is not great right now. So trying to sell dolls is kind of hard. I have a doll on eBay right now. It's a full body silicone. I've been trying to sell her for a while, but nobody's interested. So I don't know. I'm kind of at this point where I'm trying to sell and downsize, but none of us have money, so it's not going great. hopefully, hopefully one day everything will turn out good when it comes to money and everybody will be able to buy what they want again. Oh, Cricket Smith says, I take mine to my chemotherapy appointments with me. I hope they help. I'm so sorry you're going through chemo, though. I've heard that's really, really tough. And I'm sending all my love and all my prayers to you. Atiana says, I have 23. That's incredible. That's so much fun. One thing I really like about having a big collection, I know a lot of people kind of shame me for having a big collection, but one thing I love is no matter what mood I'm in, I have a doll for that. And that is so fun. If I want a big doll, I got a big doll. If I want a little doll, I got a little doll. If I want an itty bitty doll to take somewhere, I got an itty bitty doll. Um, Ariel Rose says, do you collect or take care as if they were real? Generally curious. Can we see them? Oh, I'm sorry about that. TikTok, y'all can't see Kinsley. So I've got Kinsley with me and I've got Remy with me. Kinsley's a bigger toddler and Remy is a newborn. Um, I Off camera, I don't really treat them like they're real. I don't feed them. I don't change their diapers. Um, on camera, I do for role play purposes and make cool videos because part of this hobby for me is I love making videos. I love making things seem real. That brings me so much joy. But off camera, there's some sitting in the closet right there. Honestly, I don't think they're real. And then Nevada Nightlock asks, are they possessed? I don't think so, but you're free to come up with whatever decision you have on that. Some people say they are. I don't think so. Um, what do I do if they get up and walk? Well, none of them have so far, but I guess I'd offer them some cookies or tea or soda or ask, what in the world are you doing up? What can I do for you? Maybe show them the door. Maybe film it. You know what? I'm gonna film it. I'm gonna have the next like Megan horror movie. That's what I'm gonna do. Um, Elizabeth says, I've been collecting since I was 8 now. I'm 17 and have a large collection. That's amazing. That's such a long time. Congrats. I am actually really impressed by that because when I was a teenager, I still loved dolls, but none of my friends did. So I was like, I'm just gonna I gotta grow up and I'm gonna get rid of them. So I did and I sold them all. And then 3 years later when I was 20, I was like, that was dumb. I really miss them. And I went and bought them. Someone over on TikTok, I didn't catch your name, but they asked, do you sell them? I do sell some of them. I have one for sale on eBay right now. Oh, and over on YouTube, I'm just going to let you guys know in about 55 seconds an ad will run. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. And it really does help me when you guys watch the ads because then I can make more content when I'm able to. But I'm really, really trying. My goal has been to make one video a month on YouTube. And I've been doing pretty good. I've been getting out. I've been getting back up there. So I'm proud of myself. Um, and then someone had a question I did want to answer over here on TikTok. Oh, Kayla asks, no hate, but do you have fake babies because you can't have real children? Nope, I'm just a doll collector and I just like dolls. Right now, I don't feel ready to have a real baby because they're a lot of work and they financially take a lot. And I just know I'm not prepared to give 100% to a real child. So I don't have a real child. And can I just go off script here for a second? I'm so sorry. Not even off script. I'm not on a script. Anyway, so everybody says that like boom, you can just have a baby when you want to have a baby. Babies take a lot. They take a lot of money, they take a lot of time and energy from you and babies aren't just some accessory. The point of having a child, a real human child, is to help nurture them and grow them into a good, responsible, well rounded, awesome adult human one day. That takes 18 plus years of work. And I don't know right now if I had a child, if I would be able to raise the kind of adult I would want them to be. And I don't want to screw someone up. So many people in my generation and the generations under me have so much trauma around so many things that parents have done. And I don't want to be that kind of parent. I want to do my best to give a child the very best in this world. Cricket says, I have four real children. Do not let anyone make you feel any kind of way. Your choice. Thank you. And I bet you are the greatest mother to your children or parent. Sorry, I shouldn't assume. Diane says, I am teacher of 3-year-olds. I take care of 15 children every day. It is a lot of work. Wow. That is so much work, but good on you. That is incredible. Being a teacher would be so much fun, but 15 3-year-olds? That is a lot. Kids are a lot of work. They but they are also so incredible. Kids say and do some of the craziest, funniest, best, most magical things in the world. I also read a post today where some kid dumped syrup in their vents, in this house's vents. So every time their heater turns on, it smells like syrup. Kids do some crazy things. I don't even know what to do yet if a child dumped syrup in my vent. Like, what do you do? Okay, let's go ahead and look at my next question, which is what size is preemie? So I'm going to show you guys Remy here. Remy is wearing a newborn sized outfit, and preemie is the size smaller than newborn. So I'd say preemie is like 15 inches to like 17 inches long. It's a little bit of a smaller baby, and a lot of places do have preemie clothes. Um, I find a lot of preemie clothes over at like Walmart. Walmart has a lot of really cute preemie, and they always have preemie. Carter's has the cutest preemie clothes in the whole world. I love Carter's. And I cannot talk enough about Once Upon a Child and thrift stores, excuse me. They always have the cutest baby clothes in all sizes. Um, Ashley says IDK, I guess, just learn how to take care of a real baby. Yeah, and it is a big learning process to take care of a real baby. But right now, the choice is mine whether I have a real baby or not. So when a real baby comes, I will do my best to raise them, but right now I'm going to keep trying to grow myself and make sure I'm in the best place for me before I have a real baby. Hannah asked, how do you keep them clean and nice? So I have 3 huskies, and huskies have a lot of fur, and there's just a lot of dust in this area where I live. Excuse me. So what I do for the most part, if it's a vinyl doll, I get Q-tips and just a little bit of water, and I'll like nice and gently clean them just a little bit so that they don't have too much dust on them. But for silicone dolls, what I do is I get a makeup brush and I get baby powder or cornstarch, depending if you have baby powder or not, and I'll gently powder the doll with the makeup brush. And that powder helps keep sticky things, the dust, and all that off the doll. Silicone dolls, you can also give them a bath. Just be careful not to do it all the time because that can take away the paint, or if you're doing it too rough, that can take away the paint. But don't throw a vinyl doll in the bath. Vinyl dolls have a cloth body, and that can get moldy and icky. And like we were saying with the water babies earlier, mold is yucky. You don't want mold in your dolls. Um, Someone over on TikTok asks, where did you get them? So I get my dolls, for the most part, I get most of them from my friend. Her name is Chelsea. She has a website called pumpkinsparklesbabies.com. We've been friends for quite a while, and that's where I get a lot of my dolls. Remy, I got her from a friend who's also a collector and was looking to downsize. So that was good. I get a lot of dolls from Ashton Drake and Paradise Galleries. Um, yeah, I get my dolls from all over. Someone earlier was mentioning Etsy. There are a lot of scams out there, so you have to be careful. But if you're genuinely curious, I do have a lot of videos on YouTube like explaining how to avoid the scams and good places where to buy. A lot of people on TikTok have also been asking how much do they cost. It depends on the doll. Like Ashton Drake and Paradise Galleries are really affordable, and Paradise Galleries lately, all their dolls have been under $100, which is so good. I think they've been around 80 if I'm thinking and remembering correctly. Ashton Drake, their dolls are anywhere from like 100 to 200. Reborns.com is a great place to buy dolls, and it has all kinds of price ranges. I sell the dolls I've been making lately there. Well, lately, I don't have any for sale on reborns.com that I've made, but I've been selling my dolls for about 200 because I'm a new artist and I'm not very good yet. It just depends. So new beginner artists will generally sell their dolls for lower prices, and those who are really, really good at selling or not selling dolls, but making dolls will sell them for more. It's one of those things. They're handmade, and typically when things are made by hand, if you're really, really good at it, you can sell it for more. If you're so at it, you can't. Um, Diane says, "Do you like hair on your reborns or bald?" I like both. I was just having this conversation on Instagram with someone last week. Um, I was bald when I was a baby. I was bald until I was like 2. So I really like bald representation of my dolls. I know a lot of people in the doll hobby think that's weird, but I love bald dolls. But I also love dolls with hair. I don't know. I love dolls no matter what. Um, Alejandro says, "Will you get an autistic reborn doll?" Um, Autism is one of those things that's kind of hidden, and you can have autism no matter what you look like. Um, my head canon for some of my American Girl dolls is they have autism, though. I do have a doll who has Down syndrome, though, because that's more of a thing you can see. I would like to get more representation in my collection, but, money's a thing, so gotta figure out the money thing. Um, Taylor says, "Do you have all American Girl dolls?" I have all kinds of dolls. I don't have every American Girl doll ever made, but I have quite a few, and I love them dearly. Someone on TikTok says, "Is that the Rosalie kit?" It is. She's the Rosalie. She has the Rosalie head, and then she has Mia limbs. Um, Where is your most realistic baby from? I think these two are my most realistic dolls. And this is from a friend of mine who's a fellow collector. So she didn't paint the doll. But this is from pumpkinsparklesbabies.com. She made her a few years ago. I don't know if she's made very many toddlers since, but Kinsley is amazing. And I really need to brush her hair. Let's go see. Dance Country asked, "Do you remember me?" I don't know if I do. I'm so sorry. My memory doesn't always work the way I want it to. Tegan asks, "How much is your most expensive doll?" So I have a full body silicone doll, and full body silicone dolls are really, really expensive because silicone is a different type of material and it is an expensive material. And I think that doll was $1,600. And I got her used. I did not even get her brand new. Silicone dolls are so expensive. I'd love to get more one day, but they are really, really expensive. Um, Alejandra says, "Yeah, I would love to see more night and day routines of a reborn mommy. I would love to see more reborn routine videos. Thanks. Glad I'm supporting an awesome reborn mommy." Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I hope to put out more videos and do more routines. Um, Last year, I got really sick, not just physically sick, but mentally sick too. And I was in the hospital for most of last year, so I wasn't able to make videos. And I'm still like recovering. I'm still getting back in the swing, still learning how to be a normal person again, and just trying to get a grasp on my life. And I don't have a lot of energy still after last year, but I am doing my best. My goal is to make one YouTube video a month and to make as many smaller TikTok videos as I can. I'm doing my best. I'm trying not to put as much pressure on myself as I used to because that just made my mental health deteriorate even more. And I was really mean to myself when I would fail. So, my thing lately is I'm just trying to be kinder and softer to myself and remember it's okay. We take this one day at a time. Like Diane just said, oh my gosh. She says, feel better and take it one day at a time. And really, that is all we can do. So I'm doing my best when I feel up to it to make videos. But next month, I am so excited about next month. I am going to a doll show and I'm bringing Remy with me. And I already have my outfit planned and I have a baby carrier, like the kind you wear. And I am filming this thing. I am going to film an outing and I'm flying cross country for this. So I'm going to film the outing. Film the outing. I'm going to film the flight. I'm going to film the whole doll show. I have a lot of content planned for next month. We're also going on vacation while we're doing that. And I might film her at the vacation. I might not. I'm still like thinking, I really, really want to do a taking a baby like this to Disney video. I really do. But our Disney annual passes are expiring in a few weeks, and we have one last Disneyland trip planned. So I'm thinking I'm gonna take maybe Remy to Disneyland, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if anybody would even want to watch that. I haven't completely decided, but I am thinking about doing an outing video like that. Horstelia? I don't know what your name says, but they say, have you seen the new Baby Alive Annabelle active version? Oh, I think I did. And they're so, so cool. They are so cool. And then Alejandro says, also don't give up on this dream as so many have. Also, I love you being an awesome reborn mommy. Thank you. I'm never gonna give up. I'm gonna keep going. And I mean that in so many ways, whether I make content or on life. I'm doing my best. I'm gonna keep going. And I hope that for all of you, no matter what your dream is, no matter what's going on in your life, you can do this and you matter and you are so strong. You've got this. Over on TikTok, somebody asked, did you make those? I did not make either of these dolls. The people who did, incredible. I'm gonna set Remy down and I'll show you guys a doll I did make. I named this baby Lilia. Please excuse how I picked her up by her neck. This is Susie by Cassie Brace, and I did paint her. And we have a storm coming in. So over on YouTube, all the lighting just looks horrible, and I'm so sorry. But on TikTok, she looks kind of okay. But I did make this baby. I have a few kits I still need to paint. I need to just so a few months ago, I got a lot of hate on TikTok about how I wasn't making black dolls or other dolls of color yet, even though I've only made like 6 dolls. And I just felt so horrible. And I was getting hate just about how I'm not good at painting yet. And I really, really took it to heart. And then I got really, really busy with life. And I just never came back to painting. But my goal is before the end of the year to paint another doll and to get back into painting because I did love it and it was really, really enjoyable for me. So I want to keep painting these babies. And Taylor asked, how do you make your baby? So reborn dolls, a sculptor will sculpt these kits from clay and they'll make them into vinyl. And then you can go on somewhere like Pearson's, Bountiful Baby, Irresistibles, and you can buy something called a kit, which is the legs, the arms, and the head. And then what I do and other artists is I take some paint on all these limbs and layer by layer and layer, and it's like hundreds of layers. I start turning it into a baby doll and eventually it starts looking real. This is only like the 6th doll I've ever made, so she's not, very real, but I'm still really impressed. I think she's really cool. Diana, do you sell on Etsy? I don't know yet. I'm selling on reborns.com when I do have my own reborns to sell, but I might move one day. I don't know yet. I don't have like a really big business plan for this. I'm just kind of doing this for fun because it is when I get into the groove of painting, it is magic just how it melts away my anxiety and I go somewhere really cool and fun. I love painting. I need to do it more because it is just so much fun. Um, I don't know your name, but they say I used to watch Kelly Maple. If you know her, I've never met Kelly Maple in person. That'd be so cool if I did. And I love Kelly Maple. She is so cool. She seems like the coolest person in the world, honestly. And Ed says, "Can we see your most realistic baby?" I think Remy's my most realistic baby. Here's Remy. Let's go see if TikTok has any more questions for me. People say they're scared. I'm so sorry. I know it's like past Halloween. I shouldn't be scaring you guys, but I am. I'm sorry. Let me keep scrolling and seeing if there's any other questions. Hunter B asks, "Why did you make the baby mad?" I'm gonna assume you mean this baby. She's just always angry, and I love that about her. Because toddlers, in real life, toddlers have so many emotions, and they get mad over the craziest thing. So I love having that represented. And Kinsley just has my whole heart because everything makes her mad. And I want to be Kinsley when I grow up because I don't feel enough anger. She feels it for me. um, Sophia asks, "What's your favorite part about owning baby dolls?" Honestly, I love how cute they are. I love how I can buy baby clothes for them. And yeah. Even my friends who don't really love babies, they go in the baby section of like Target and they're like, "Oh my gosh, there's something about baby clothes that we all love. Let's just admit it. They're so cute. They're so itty bitty." I absolutely love that. But I also love how many wonderful people I have met through dog collecting. Like, I've met some of the greatest friends in this whole world. And I will forever always be grateful to be able to talk to you guys, to meet so many of you. You really make my life. So thank you guys for existing. Cal asks, "Oops, do you have any silicone babies?" I do. I'm not holding any right now. I'm looking at one though. She's over on the other side of the camera. And they are so fun. I honestly love silicone so much because when you pick it up, they just melt into your skin like a real baby. It is as close as you can get. It is so fun, and it is really fun to squish them. I'm sure most of you have seen the video on me TikTok of me on TikTok squishing a doll's face. It is the greatest thing in the world. Reborn Mommy asks, "Is it hard and really expensive to get started on painting reborns? I've wanted to start, but I'm concerned about the cost and not being good at it." Um, the first doll, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I thought it was really difficult because there are just so many steps and it can be confusing at first. But sometimes with hard things, you just gotta do it. You gotta Oh, there's an analogy someone once told me about some doing really hard things. Have you guys ever made pancakes before? The first pancake you make, it's usually kind of raw and it doesn't look very good. It doesn't taste very good. But then the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the upteenth pancake you make, those are really good. Sometimes the first thing you make isn't great, but you keep going and you keep getting better at it. And Reborn dolls, to me, it kind of feels like that pancake. It was really hard, but you just got to do it. Was it expensive to get started? I guess so. I just waited for sales to happen on all the crafting websites, whether that be Bountiful Baby, McPherson's, Irresistibles, and I just started collecting everything I needed until one day I was like, "It's go time. I'm gonna do this." Um, but I wish you all the luck, Reborn Mommy, and I know you are gonna do phenomenal, and I can't wait to see what you do. I really hope you go make dolls 'cause I think it's not as hard as we think it is. The first time, my first doll was rough. It really was. After that, I started having a lot of fun. Diane Sewell says, "I have the Bonnie Brown twin A and B. Do you know where I can get good magnetic pacifiers?" I've always had a lot of luck on Etsy. I think I cannot reach my pacifiers. Okay, I have really pretty magnetic pacifiers over there. Uh, and I got them both on Etsy and they're really good. You can also make them. But I mean, I say that and then I look at myself and I'm like, you have a bunch of pacifiers you have sitting on your table to make, and I haven't. So I suggest Etsy though. Alejandro says, will you try to include autism in your new videos? Just a suggestion. I might. Um, I'm coming to terms with myself that I am not neurotypical. I am neurodivergent. So it's still really a complicated thing for me as I learn that about myself. So we will see. Yeah. I support everybody, especially on their own journey realizing about themselves. I just still feel a lot of things like realizing that about myself, you know? Does that make sense? Reborn Mommy says, thank you. It seems like fun and a really creative outlet. It does. Um, Charlie says, no hate, but do you have real children? I love your content. No, I don't have real kids yet. Maybe one day. I'm still focusing on growing up myself and turning myself into the best human I can be before I can be a mom. Selena asks, what's your favorite dog? Um, I have 3 huskies. I am not the type of mom who can pick favorites, and then they did correct themselves to say dog. I think I'm supposed to say I'm the type of mom who wouldn't pick favorites when it comes to dolls too, but, if anybody's looked at my Instagram recently, y'all already know. Remy's got my whole heart. Um, Dizzy says, "You need help." Yes, but we all need help, don't we? And I am getting it. I think I know what you're trying to say, Dizzy. You're trying to say I'm a crazy person for having dolls, but we're all crazy in our own ways. I don't think I'm crazy for having dolls because I just yeah. Anyways, that's a whole different tangent. But we're all out here learning and trying our best. And I have my own problems outside of what you guys see on this camera. And I'm doing my best to go get help from them. I just graduated prolonged exposure therapy for my PTSD. That was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I'm really proud of myself for graduating. Over on YouTube, you guys, it seems like are about to get an ad. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. It really helps so much. Thank you guys. Let's see what's over here on TikTok. Leighton says, I have a question, but what makes you want to take care of dolls? I don't consider myself as a person who's taking care of these dolls. Most of the time, these dolls sit in my closet or this room. I am not taking care of them. They're just here. I will say I am a doll collector and that I love dolls. And I have always loved dolls, dolls of all kinds. And I don't know, I just collect them. For my YouTube and TikTok videos where it looks like I'm taking care of them, that's mostly just for video purposes because for me, it is so much fun to make these videos and make these dolls look real. That is where it is at for me. I love that it is so much fun. Terry says dolls are creepy. That's your opinion and you are entitled to it. May you have a great and wonderful day and find content you enjoy soon, my dear. Um, Reborn Mommy over on YouTube says, everyone has their favorite reborn baby. I know I have my favorites. Yes. That's a great thing about dolls is it's okay to have a favorite. Michelle says, hi, Kiersten, just joining. Love your channel. I love reborns and silicone dolls. Hi. I hope you and everybody else here are having a great and amazing day. I hope your November is absolutely wonderful and beautiful. Yeah, you guys all just make my heart so happy. So thank you for being here. Mm. Someone asked, may I ask why you collect dolls? Uh, I don't know. Why do some people collect pop figures? Why do some people play video games? Why does my husband collect Legos? I'm not trying to be mean. I just mean, in general, why does anybody collect anything? For me, I have loved dolls since as long as I can remember. I always have. When I was a teenager, I tried to get rid of all my dolls, and I did. I didn't just try, I did get rid of all my dolls. And then when I was 20, I was like, I miss them. I miss them so much, it hurt. So when I got my dolls back, I don't know. They're just fun for me. People are people are people. Someone asked, "Can anyone adopt any of yours?" I'm on my grandpa's account. Not all my dolls for sale are for sale, excuse me. I'm mostly just a collector. I've only recently started creating dolls. I only have 2 dolls for sale, and I have them up for sale on my Instagram. One's for sale on eBay. The other, I'm just, like, tentatively selling her. I'll show you guys her. Um, this is please excuse how I'm picking her up by her neck. This is the 6th doll I have ever made. I made her up of myself. She's Susie by Cassie Brace, and I know the lighting isn't great. We have a storm rolling in, but I'm thinking of selling her. I don't know yet. I don't even know if anybody would want her, so I'm thinking of selling her. Someone says, "Hi, I love Reborns. I'm gonna get a new one for Christmas." That's amazing. Congratulations. Christmas is so soon. I cannot believe it. I cannot wrap my head around that this year has gone by so fast. Um, Someone asked, "What's your opinion on people buying formula and diapers for dolls?" So my opinion for the most part is we should definitely try to save formula, especially the formula that's like for allergies or small babies or sick babies, whatever, for the real babies. Dolls don't need them. There are so many alternatives. But I and many others have been known to find expired formula, old formula, and use that. I don't see a problem with using something that can make a real baby sick because these aren't real babies. As for diapers, Um, I have a pack of diapers for when I make a doll so I can put them in it. Uh, but I buy a pack of diapers once every 3 years. To me, that's justifiable. I think buying a pack of diapers like really often isn't the greatest, but also it's not on me to tell other people what to do. Live your best life, just do the best you can for other people. Alejandro says, "Do you plan on getting a reborn child doll?" I have one that I think is a reborn child doll, but I don't do much with them. But I need to, and I have so many ideas. I think I said this earlier. Like, I have so many ideas for that doll. Have I done them yet? No, I haven't done it yet. Someone says you should get more that look more realistic. So the one I'm holding right now doesn't look very realistic because she's the 6th reborn doll I've ever made, and it takes a lot of hard work to make a doll, and it takes a lot of time and energy to get really good at it. It takes a long time, and I've only just started. So she's not very realistic yet, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna set her down now, and I'm gonna show you my favorite doll, Remy. This is Remy. I think she's very realistic, but I didn't make her. A friend did. Um, oh, people are telling me to support the doll's neck. I'm so sorry I didn't support the doll's neck. It's so crazy. Y'all are so crazy to me sometimes because so many people will be on here and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, you could think those dolls are real. You treat them too real." And then when I don't do something that treats them real, or I'll be like, "I keep these dolls in the closet." Y'all be like, "You can't keep a baby in the closet. Oh my gosh," or "You can't do what I just did." Y'all are nuts sometimes, but I love you guys. You guys make me laugh. When I joined, I thought the baby next to you was a real kid. Yeah, she looks so realistic. Her hair's kind of a mess, but we're just gonna deal with it right now because the brush is downstairs. Um, Michelle says, "Yes, having a great day. I also collect dolls. I have about 90 dolls. Oh my gosh. Everything from Cabbage Patch to silicone dolls and everything in between. I have also loved dolls." Same. Can I just tell you guys how excited I am? It was just announced that there's going to be, for the Frozen 10-year anniversary, there's going to be a new Elsa and Anna limited edition doll set. There's only 3,000. They're coming out November 15th. I am over the moon excited. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get them because that's not a lot. 3,000 is a really small number for a limited edition, but I have got my heart set on getting them. I collect all kinds of dolls. Just because Reborn dolls are the dolls I show the most doesn't mean much because I have a lot of dolls and I love them all. Serena says, "Are you going to the Rose Doll Show?" I might go. It's a 10-hour road trip, though. I am. I just bought my tickets for Rose. I am so excited, but also so nervous. Last week, I found out that my ex-husband lives really close to where the Rose Doll Show is going to be, so I got to come up with a safety plan. Other than that, I'm really excited. It's also going to be a long road trip for me, but that's okay. That's going to be fun. Um, Someone over on or not Instagram, TikTok asked, "Where did you get Remy?" I got her from a friend of mine who is a collector. And yeah, she doesn't make dolls. She was just looking to downsize. People on TikTok are asking, "Are you married?" Yes, I'm married. My husband's at work right now. Um, Sunset Fairy says, "Hi, I am just starting Freeborn collection and I get all my babies from Ashton Drake's and I'm expecting a new baby girl from there in 1 month." That's amazing. Big congratulations. I love Ashton Drake so much. They make such beautiful and affordable dolls. For anybody who's looking for realistic Reborn dolls who's on a budget, totally understand. Everything is so expensive lately. Ashton Drake and Paradise Galleries are absolutely amazing. Someone over on TikTok says, "You are too old for dolls." Come on. Nobody's too old for joy. Nobody's too old for fun. And stop putting an age limit on having fun and having joy. Life sucks. Okay, point blank. I'm sorry. Life sucks sometimes. We got to find the little things that make us happy. Uh, Serena says, "Oh, that sucks, but hopefully it'll be fun." I'm sure it's going to be so much fun. And it's good practice for me to come up with a safety plan and find a way to have fun, even when there's something scary going on. Do, do, do. And Serena also says, "No one is too old for doll. They help so many people." They do. No one's too old for anything, in my opinion, except for bad behavior. Sometimes we are definitely too old for bad behavior. Candy says, "This is so odd." Yeah, everybody has a weird thing. Mine's just doll collecting. Aw, someone says their husband is so supportive. And someone just said my trigger word. Why not just have real kids? So let's be completely honest. I throw these dolls in the closet when I'm done playing with them. You cannot put a real kid in the closet. Real kids, the goal of them from pregnancy up until the end of time, the goal is to raise a well-rounded, responsible, mature, kind adult. And that's a lot of hard work. Not only does it take a lot of time and energy, it also takes a lot of money. And money's kind of becoming hard to come by in this economy. And I'm not all the way ready to become the best parent I can be. I'm still working on myself. I'm still working on becoming financially ready. Still working on so much to make sure that if one day I become a parent, I can give them the best life and then help them grow into the best possible person. Um, Andrea asks, "How many dolls do you have? Can you please make DIY videos?" I have quite a few dolls. I'm trying to downsize, but like what I just said with the economy, none of us have money right now. So it's kind of hard to downsize when nobody really has money to buy dolls. Totally understandable, but so my downsizing plan is kind of slow. Um, and can I make DIY videos? I'm not very good at making reborns yet. My goal is to hopefully make videos about it, but there's so many more better people to learn how to make a reborn from than me. Um, Poison Ivy asks, "How is this legal?" What am I doing that's wrong? I'm just chilling here. Y'all are crazy sometimes on TikTok. Um, Sunset says, "For some reason, I love holding reborn babies, and the waiting feeling helps me and my anxiety and depression, and I love the way they look, and I love collecting them." Same. Have you guys ever laid under a weighted blanket or held like a weighted stuffed animal? When you have anxiety, that feeling is magic. It just takes all that stress away. I don't even know why. Science probably knows why, but reborn dolls are weighted like that. And it's just, it feels so nice and it takes so much stress away to be able to hold something heavy. Brianna says, "Have you ever lived in reality? Reality is a lovely place, but I wouldn't want to live there. Owl City, folks." I'm just kidding. Not really. Yeah, I live in reality. I also have a TikTok and a YouTube channel, and this isn't my whole life. It's really silly that some of you guys will just see this little corner of just this room and be like, "That's our whole life." But there's a whole, not only just a big house that I live in without dolls, but there's also whole big world out here that I also live in. Just because you see this one little corner doesn't that's all there is, you know? Oh, Andrea says, I mean, can you please make more stuff for them, like clothes? I'll think about it. I'm not the very best at sewing. My grandma's really good at it. Reborn's mommy says we're allowed to play and have fun. And that's absolutely true. Everybody in this world is allowed to have fun and play and enjoy things, no matter what that is for you. Because there are so many different things we can enjoy, whether that be video games, going out and going clubbing, collecting cars, collecting Legos, whatever is your thing, go have fun and enjoy it. Life sucks. Let's be absolutely honest. Life sucks, and there's so much that's hard about it. But we can't dwell in what's hard. We gotta go have fun too. Um, do you have dolls that are like 5-year-olds? No, I don't. That would be really big. I think the biggest I really have is more like a 2-year-old, like 18 month size. Um, what time is it where you live? I'd have to check. I don't know, but it is getting kind of late and kind of dark because there's a storm rolling in. So I think here soon I'm gonna call it quits. But I am so grateful all of you came here and all of you were so sweet. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Make sure to stay safe and remember you matter and you are wonderful. Bye, guys.